Because if there's anyone watching today's video who is just starting out, they don't know where to go, they want to budget, they're a beginner, but they don't have everything that they need to be successful, I got you. I got you. What's up, lovelies? It's your girl Rochelle, and I am back with another video. Now, in today's video, it is time for another battle of the budgets. Now, first off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you love content like this. If this is your first battle of the budget, let me catch you up. Let me tell you what this is all about. So basically, Tinesha Davis and I go head to head once a month with our best budget plan for a fellow YouTuber or subscriber. They give us their numbers, they give us their bills, their debt, everything. And we spend our own take on it. We do our own budget for them, and they choose which one they like the best. Now, our lovely subscriber, Saving with Caprita, over here on YouTube, has submitted her budget for the month of January 2021. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it is time for a new year, but what better way to start your new year off? And this is a special battle of the budget for you guys, because if there's anyone watching today's video who is just starting out, they don't know where to go, they want to budget, they're a beginner, but they don't have everything that they need to be successful, I got you. This is a serious budget right here, okay? It's time to crunch these numbers. There's not a lot of wiggle room, but there's a lot of room to grow. Let's dive in. Okay, now first up, we are going to use the EveryDollar app to make sure we don't miss a single penny. Caprita, I got you. My numbers are plugged in. Let's start it off. Now, first off, Caprita has given us a working budget of $3,375. Now, she is new to beginner budgeting. She's new to budgeting. And this is the perfect time to have someone jump in and say, hey, listen, this is what I would do if I had your numbers. Now, we have the income out there. Let's move on to her fixed expenses. These are her numbers for now, at least. We'll get to my plan. First off is housing. I love how EveryDollar breaks down your bills. So let's see, housing, first up is her phone bill. Her phone bill, I'm assuming, is for herself and her two sons, and it totals $360. Now, right off the bat, Caprita girl, if it was me, I would get on the phone immediately with my phone carrier, and I would have a conversation with them, and I would ask, hey, listen, what deals do you have in my area, in my zip code? What phone offers do you have available? Because I remember, see y'all, I've been budgeting for a long time, okay? I've been failing, being successful. And I remember years ago, I'm gonna try and pin the video, I had an issue with my phone carrier. Their bill was outrageous. They kept on tacking on fees and hidden charges. And once I actually called them and had a conversation with them, I was able to lower my phone bill by a huge amount. So girl, if I was you, I would definitely check in, because I remember even to this day, I saved $10 a month by just having paperless billing. And that's a feature that you can usually activate inside your app, your phone carrier's app. Okay, so that's the first thing. Next up is rent. Rent is $1,250. Next on the list are her utilities. So this is gas and electric, and she's estimating that to be $196.56. If it was me, I'm not sure about the size of your home, but I would look into some ways to try and lower that bill, because it feels kind of high, but it's also winter. So hello, don't sacrifice heat, stay warm, y'all. But I remember in our home in Maryland, our bill was always super, super high, and I could not figure it out. I figured out what it was. Our we had more than one refrigerator. So we moved all the food from that extra fridge, unplugged that bad boy. Same thing with air conditioners and any extra space heaters or anything like that. We started washing at night and using the dryer at night instead of the daytime. And my friend gave us some efficient light bulbs. And also, okay, I don't know why my camera cut off, but in using those techniques, we were able to lower our bill by $50 a month, some months even more. But I remember lowering our winter bill by $50 a month just by doing that. So let me know. Okay, I don't know, phone troubles. Anyway, that is what I did to lower our water bill. So hopefully that works for you too. Now let's move on to lifestyle category. Lifestyle category are things that just help to make life more fun, okay? They're not necessary, but in the times that we're living in, we need something to keep us pushing. So first up is Disney Plus, and that comes to $14.70. Music comes to $5.53. CVS comes to $5. Amazon Music comes to $7.99. PS4 $9.99. Amazon $13.06. And cable $117.98. And I'm sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure the cable and the Wi-Fi bill are put together. And so that's another hack that I used, that I found by watching other YouTubers, is to call your cable company / Wi-Fi company and ask them what new deals are in your area. I found that by making that phone call once a year, I was able to keep my Wi-Fi bill down to $50 a month for premium Wi-Fi, y'all. I'm talking about, I could have gotten a cheaper plan, but I did have a lot of foot traffic, a lot of guests, and so I did keep my Wi-Fi fast. But that's just another hack. Don't be afraid to make some phone calls and lower your bills, because they're not going to offer you the deals unless you call. Let's see, moving on to the insurance category. Car insurance comes to $205. And now let's move on to debt. Now, before we move on to debt, car insurance. I don't think that I'm using Comprita's video to throw some ideas out there that have worked for me in the past, because I feel like I haven't shared enough of my journey with you guys. You know, to any of my new subscribers, you know that I live in Hawaii, but back when I was living in Maryland, things were different, prices were different, and I had to work hard to keep my bills low. One hack that I love about car insurance, especially if you subscribe to the Dave Ramsey idea of a zero-based budget, is to check with your car insurance company. On Dave Ramsey's website, I'll leave the links below. There's ways to check and see if they have a provider that kind of works in the same network as Dave Ramsey and his team. And by working with them, they have lower car insurance rates. So for about $200 roundabout, we had car insurance for 2 cars, and that was full coverage, and it was through Erie Insurance. But once again, it's by zip code, where you live, and based on your driving history. So use these hacks that Dave Ramsey has offered, these resources that he has listed on his website for free, and definitely chime in and let me know if you've ever tried any of them. Let me know in the comments below. But it's something that I could not believe how much money I saved. I was paying Allstate $300 and $400 a month for 2 cars, and by switching to Erie, same coverage, same customer service, bomb customer service, same good agent, same type of good agent, I was able to lower my bill and keep my same services. So always be on the lookout for different ways to save, y'all. Lastly is the debt category. Boo, girl, we all got it. But you want to work hard on getting rid of your debt. So first up is the car payment. Her car payment comes to $489.94. Then she has a Capital One card, actually 2 of them, and each one comes to $25 a month each. Then she has her loan, which comes to $379.88. And I'll leave my little secret category for last. Okay, so those are all her bills, and that's, basically how her month goes. So me just being a fresh pair of eyes looking at her numbers, I personally want to see how can we lower her living expenses so that she can put more to savings, more to debt, more to the things that the goals that she has in life, which I know one thing that she really wants is to purchase a home in the future. So how can she get there a little quicker and a little easier? Well, here's my idea. Here's my plan, girl. Firstly, use some of the things that I've already mentioned, some of those hacks, like calling your companies, your utility companies, your cable companies, and finding out if there is a cheaper plan. I'm telling you guys, I cannot believe how much money I saved by just making the calls. What is that? Making the switch? Yeah. So don't feel like you have to stay with one carrier. If there's another carrier who's cheaper and they're offering the same services, then I highly suggest making the switch. You can always go back as a new customer, but look for opportunities to lower your fixed expenses. I think sometimes we get in a routine and we get so used to those numbers, we just assume that they can't change, or maybe we never even knew we could change them. We had the power to change them. But speak it into your life, girl, because I was so scared to make the call. But once I got done making the phone call, I was like, wow, I just saved $50 just by making the phone call. Okay. You get my drift. You get my drift. Next up, the other thing that I would do with Caprita's budget is I would start incorporating new line items, meaning things that are important according to Dave Ramsey's plan, which means paying for your four walls. You know, I'll refer a picture to what that is and what that means here, but also striving to meet some of your own personal goals, even if you can only put a couple of dollars to those goals. So first up, the thing that I would do different is I would incorporate an emergency fund plan. Even if I can't even remember, Caprita, if you already have an emergency fund that's funded, but I would definitely add that as a line item. That way it protects you and your family, and you can slowly build it up just in case something happens one day and you need to spend money on. And that way you don't go into further debt trying to fix that problem. So for this budget, I would put just $5 in the emergency fund just to start building the habit and start flexing that muscle where you just get used to saving for an emergency or for whatever you want to do. It's so many opportunities, but I would definitely start with an emergency fund just to get in the frame of mind, hey, listen, this is my money. I'm going to pay myself first as soon as I get paid, and then move forward. So $5. The next category is gas. I didn't see gas on your list, but I know you spend gas money because I've heard you mention it in your videos before. I would allocate about $40 for the month because it doesn't sound like you drive a lot. You might not even have to drive for work, but that's what I would put just to set aside and allocate dollars to the things that you know you're going to spend money on. So that's the transportation category. Now let's move to the expensive category, which is food. Now there's not a lot of wiggle room in your budget to have a huge amount go to food, but I put $100 to groceries. And if I'm being honest, I would do $95 to groceries and $5 to eating out, or maybe $90 to groceries and $10 to eating out, because it's very hard to go a full month and not eat out. One thing that I would invest in, especially since I think you have a son in college, so maybe it's you and your younger son, is look for ways to save money on groceries. One thing that comes to mind is using things like EveryPlate, and I know Tinesha might actually put a plug in there. She's posted some videos recently about home delivery services that provide meals for a family at a discounted rate. It's good at a discounted price, but the food looks really good, and you can actually get a lot of food for a little bit of money. Other things I would start to institute immediately to keep your grocery budget at round about $100 a month is shopping at places such as Aldi. There's other discounted markets, and of course Walmart and all the others, but I'm telling you, by shopping at Aldi and Walmart, I was able to cut my grocery budget in half. I remember walking out of the store with bags on bags on bags of groceries and just being like, wow, why haven't I been at Aldi all these other years? But I highly suggest to check out those stores. Maybe you already shop there, but if you can commit to shopping only in those stores for the month of January, I would love to see like what your grocery bill would be like. Also, follow the deals. You know, I meal prep based on what deals are on sale, what food is on sale for the month, and go from there. Because we live in Hawaii, we don't have Aldi, we don't have what would be considered a good deal at Walmart. Walmart is still pricey to me here. And I just remember being able to save money by shopping in those stores on mainland. So do what you can, girl. Make it work, because the goal is not to swipe your credit card this month. For me, that's my goal for you, is not to have to swipe your credit card for purchases for your family. Now, let's see. Let's move on. Let's move on to the personal category, shall we? Another item I did not see on your budget is money for yourself. Fun money. You should be able to do something, even if it's not much. You should be able to spend some money on yourself. Self-care all 2021, okay? I would allocate $19.37 out of your budget for personal money. Whether it's, hey, I'm going to go get a $20 pedicure, or I'm going to buy me some Bath and Body Works, or I'm going to go get my eyebrows done. Whatever you can do with $19, girl, the world is your oyster. Have at it. That's what I would do with your personal money. Now, let's see. I think that covers everything except for the last category that I would add as a line item, and that is your debt snowball. What is a Dave Ramsey plan without a debt snowball or a debt avalanche? I know you want to get out of debt, and so I would definitely add debt snowball as your line item. And for the month of January, there's only $5 left. So guess what? That's what we're putting it. That's where we're going to put it. We're going to put it in. We're going to put it towards debt. That is an EveryDollar budget. That is what I would do with Caprita's budget. Girl, this is not a one-time gig. If you need me, reach out to me. Let me help you. I'm sure Tinesha feels the same way. I am so excited to help new budgeters get started, and it's the perfect time. I mean, what more perfect time to start than next month, new year, clean slate, all 2021 to accomplish your goals. I can't wait to see how it goes for you. And that's all for me in today's video. I will post a picture here of how the categories break down and what money was being allocated to what section, so you can see the percentages. And I can't wait to see your budgeting videos for the month of January. If you would like a battle of the budget done for your budget, don't forget to hit me up at Rochelle Adamson YT on Instagram, or right here on YouTube in the comments, baby, Rochelle Adamson Budgets. If you like to see how you can win with your money and budget so that you can afford to travel, don't forget to check out my new channel, Rochelle Adamson Travels. Link somewhere up in here. That's all for today. Peace, love, and budget.